is Trina with Chat with Trina. And for the Beach Spring Break, I'm busy this week, but it's the last day for the week and I'm done. But today I have my friend, Mr. Dominique Hammons. Whoop,
How you doing?
how are you
Thank you for having
today?
me, Trina.
Thank you.
Pretty
Thank you
good.
for coming back. And you don't know how honored I am because sometimes people say no. So I appreciate you. Everything I've asked, you've always been there and supported me, and I really appreciate that so much.
Of course. Of course.
Um, so and I went to say, and it's contemporary jazz violinist, or is that what the actual term that you?
Well, right now it's I just consider myself just contemporary violinist because
And I started to do that. I said,
yeah.
I think it might be, I don't know, jazz going there or not. So it's and I had that at first. So I just want to say that Dominique was one of my very first interviews on Chat with Trina before I started really pushing my YouTube channel. And I'm really excited that he agreed to return. He even agreed to speak with some of my middle school students who really enjoyed his music. So I can't wait till he gets to see them in person when COVID decides to roll out of here. Stravari. I think I asked you what that means before.
Stradivari.
Stravari.
Stradivari.
What is that?
So Stradivarius he's actually a violin maker from centuries ago, and he made violins, and they happened to be the top violins in the world, and I kind of just named myself based off of his name and
Gotcha.
just how unique and the quality of his violins and so his violins are called Stradivarius violins, and so I just kind of took
get it.
that name.
I am Stradivari. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Sort of unique, one of a kind,
Okay, kind of how you kind of doing your music with the violin. Where did you grow up?
Grew up in Houston, Texas, born and raised.
Born and raised, and where'd you go to like elementary, like school? Where'd you?
So I started off in Island Elementary, then I went on to Niche Elementary, which is they're both in Klein ISD. Then I went on from Niche to Bethune Academy, which is actually in Aldine. That's when I went to Bethune Academy was a magnet program. So that's when I was actually introduced to violin because they offer different little arts and stuff. So I took violin lessons, classes there, and then I started doing lessons on the side. Then I went to Houston Academy, Drew Academy for middle school. High school, I went to the High School for Performing and Visual Arts, and then I graduated from there in 2012 and went to the University of Oklahoma and graduated there from 2017.
When my daughter was playing the violin, one of my a boss I didn't like, but anyway, she said one day that people who play the violin tend to be good at math or algebra. Have you ever heard that? Really?
Yeah. I mean, just not just violin, just music in general. A lot of musicians are really good at math because music really is math when you really think about it. So, and also in other areas, but particularly math. mainly math.
Math.
But I was pretty good at math. That was actually my favorite subject. So I saw how it correlated with music, just because, like I said, music is math. It's just a lot of numbers. Same for dance. You have to know when to come in. So it's a lot of different counting. It's like different strategies and stuff. But
Can you sing?
No, I mean I can't sing. I can carry a tune, but I can't sing.
Okay. You ain't getting up there and sing. Okay. Because you might be messed up. We might not want to come back to see you play the violin no more.
Oh, nah.
So I know you graduated from the High School of Performing Arts, and I want to know how did that help you with your experience as you got older and went into this career? How did it help you?
It just grew me as a violinist. It was really challenging. Just being surrounded with a lot of people who are serious about their craft and their art, and it just kind of challenged me to be better. A lot of competition, but overall, just being surrounded by just people who love what they do, kind of just motivated me to be a better violinist. So I just practiced more, and I took lessons outside of school, and then just the program itself was this amazing program. They have a very amazing orchestra program there. I learned a lot. I mean, we played every day. So at the High School for Performing and Visual Arts, the art area was actually the main. It was like, I mean, academics was important, of course, but most of the day we're just in our art areas. We're in our art areas, and the academic courses were like college level courses as well. But
Gotcha.
The focus was really mostly on our art. So that's kind of what the high school was built around. And you have to audition to get in. And I made the cut, and then the rest was history. So I was there for all 4 years of my high school career. And I mean, it definitely put me from here to there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if Houston has the same issue or not, but I know in other cities they have issues with people trying to not having money to have the music programs here. Have you ever heard that in Houston? Do we have any of that? I know Aldine has a good magnet program, but
yeah, I'm not sure now. I know in the past it has been a big issue with a lot of the schools cutting the funding from for a lot of different magnet schools, and it was heartbreaking because just being raised in those programs and seeing how much it really developed me as not just a musician but just as like a person in general, and then also in my other classes and the way I think it developed me in those areas. And I think it was around high school when my high school career when I heard that they were cutting a lot of the arts and stuff, and some of the school, Bethune Academy is not even, it's closed down now, so a lot of the schools they were cutting a lot because when it comes to music or dance theater, that's like they're going to cut that over sports. Sports is always going to be top.
That's true.
So when it comes to funding, that's all, or the art areas are always the ones that get cut first, which it's unfortunate, but that's why they have people like us to help give back and put money back into these schools so we can be able to for the next generation to be able to come to
make sure we still have music. I always think to myself, music is just makes people just so happy, especially me. I tell people all the time, I can be down, I can either go dance and swing out or give me some music and I'm good. I'm happy. Can you tell us what you majored in when you were in college? I'm sorry.
I majored in music performance all 4 years. So I was in the University of Oklahoma Symphony for all 4 years, and then towards the last 2 years of my college career, I added an emphasis. So I did an emphasis in jazz, and so that's when I wanted to take jazz studies, and I learned a lot of different classical jazz artists, and I did a lot of jazz standards and just learning just jazz in itself, jazz history. And just develop my ear, develop my skills in that area, but also still doing orchestra. So I was doing two things at once. I was doing classical music and I was doing jazz towards the end. But music performance with emphasis in jazz is what I graduated with. I graduated with a bachelor's. Only thing is, like, songs that are like, let's say for instance, like Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? When I first learned the song, I already knew the melody, because it's a really easy melody. So I would play the melody, but then there's some points in the song where I'll just like improv. And I'll just, like, make up my own stuff. But pretty much everything. I mean, I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I actually used sheet music. So everything I play is by ear. But I can read music as well. So.
Do you still teach violin classes?
I don't, not anymore. Yeah.
Okay. You done with that? You moved on, or?
I wouldn't say done. I'm done. I'm putting it on hold right now.
For a while.
Just because my schedule is just so busy, and it's got to a point where like a lot of my events are starting to linger during the week now.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got tired of like canceling lessons and pushing lessons and stuff like that. It wasn't fair to them. And so I just kind of want to I just put it on hold. But like maybe later down the road, I'll probably pick it up. We'll see. It was fun.
You like doing it though. Okay.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
Do you have any musicians that you like look up to, that you see as mentors, or that you emulate their music or their style rather?
Yeah, there's one violinist that really inspired me. He actually unfortunately passed away like a year after I was born, but his name was Noah Pointer. And he was a jazz violinist, and just his style is just it always stood out to me because it was just so unique in his own way, and it was smooth. His style was like very smooth and soulful, and you could just really hear him in his music. And so I kind of gravitated towards that, and he was the one I always listened to coming up, as a violinist. So and it's funny because when I do a lot of events or shows, afterwards, people would tell me, "Man, you sound just like Noah Pointer."
Really?
And they have no idea that
He's
that was
someone that
actually
you, oh,
that I looked up to. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's just funny how that works out. And it's not like I'm trying to sound like him. It's just that we just have the same similarity. And actually his wife has his foundation called the Noah Corner Foundation. She follows me on Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram.
Okay.
And she messaged me one day and she was like, "Man, you sound just like my husband," And
wow.
for her to say that, it was just,
I know. I
really
bet that
cool.
was nice. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever thought about being nominated or winning a Grammy?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean,
do you
that's
think
of course
most musicians feel like that?
Yeah, I mean,
somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's kind of like, when it comes to, I mean, of course, every musician is gonna will love to. It's their dream to win a Grammy, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say that it like, what's the word? It would make me like official. Like it would. I mean, it would be cool to win, but it's not like I'm not basing my whole career on winning a Grammy
that award. Yeah.
My main objective is just to use my music to change people's lives and make people's lives better. And I get so many different messages of just how my music impacts a lot of people's lives, and that's my main goal. So I mean, the awards are cool.
Yeah.
But my main
it's an addition to like just
exactly,
like
yeah. So
I get that.
But that would be cool. That that would be cool.
Because the reason why I started asking it, because I asked somebody that last week, and that's the first time someone's ever said that I would like to win a Grammy. But then you hear all the extra stuff that goes on with the Grammys is why I understand your answer to that. I saw your sister dancing. I didn't even know you had a sister.
Oh yeah.
I did not know. So
she was at, I don't know. She was. I think she was at my album release party. Yeah, she's
really.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, she's awesome. Her dancing skills are did she go to a magnet school or anything, or she just dances?
Yeah, she actually went to the same. She went to Bethune and Houston. I think she went to Houston Academy. She also played violin too when she was young.
Okay.
But she was more into dance than violin, so she gravitated to more like just doing dance. But
where did she graduate from?
I'm sorry.
Where did she graduate from?
She graduated from Eisenhower.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's always praised dance. She's always praised dance in church, so she was really good at that. And she just loved dance. So that video that we did a cover to Whitney Houston. I Look to You.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be cool for her to do a little praise dance in the song. Yeah. So
was she excited?
Yeah, she was excited. She was a little nervous because before we did it. She hasn't danced in a while, what I mean? So when we did the video, it was kind of like a homecoming to her, just dancing. So, but she had a good time.
That was really nice. It was really, really nice. Yeah. The last time we chatted, you had gone viral with Chopper Style, and you were noticed by Miss Holly Berry, right?
Yeah, Holly Berry.
Noticed that, and then Morris Chestnut, I think I saw.
Morris Chestnut.
Yeah. And then, which was really exciting. But now you collaborated with my girl Althea Renee in that. The song. I love the song that y'all did. I can't think of the name right now. But
My Beautiful Dream. My Beautiful
Dream. That one, and then the gospel song y'all did together too.
Oh, walk with you,
Walk
Lord.
With Me, yes.
Yeah, Walk With Me. Yeah, we did. That was actually a cover that we happened to come across.
I like that one too. And then you Slim Thug. I saw you was with Slim Thug hanging out somewhere. I don't know where y'all was at, but y'all was somewhere.
He had a couple of events.
He what?
He had a couple of events that I was a part of, and
that's cool. So how do you feel about them reaching out to you, or you being able to reach out to them and y'all do stuff together? It's kind of cool, huh?
Yes, it's cool to be noticed by like artists that are of higher status. It's pretty cool.
So now you there with them.
I mean, I'm getting there.
Hanging out.
I'm getting there. I mean, I'm trying. Like I said, it's all cool and everything, but it's at the end of the day, like I'm still gonna be who I am, and
that's good. I think that's good. So who is there anyone that you would like to duet with?
Oh man, I would love to do it with Stevie Wonder. There's so many artists. That's just
really
okay. So many
but he's one of them.
He's one. He's definitely top like 3.
Yeah, I saw the thing you did with her. Man,
that'd be cool to do something with. do something with her.
Uh-huh.
Also, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember her name.
What do
But
you think of it?
I really love R&B and soul, like soul
Mm-hmm.
singers like Brent Fires, I think that's how you say his
Mm-hmm.
name.
Uh-huh.
I like music like that. So it'd be
What
cool to
about
like
neo soul like kind of music
Neo,
too?
yeah, Neo
Yeah,
Soul. Yeah, I
yeah,
would love
yeah,
to collab. You know,
yeah.
you don't really have too much of that anymore nowadays, but
Mm-hmm.
like not like back then, like
Well,
like
like
a
her,
long.
would her not be neo soul? That's not really neo soul. That's
She's
more
more she's more R&B ish.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
What
mean
about PJ
I
Morton?
guess you can call it Neo Soul, but she's more R&B.
Is
Yeah,
PJ Morton soul? Or
PJ Morton is more. He's like a mix, because he used to do gospel, so
oh no, I didn't know
he
that.
yeah, and he kind of transitioned to like R&B.
Okay, so
R&B.
it's
So
R&B.
he's R&B too.
Okay, I like
Yeah,
his sound as well. I really like his sound. He won a
yeah,
Grammy, I think,
yeah. He
this
won a
week.
Grammy.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Curious about something. I'm not sure. Final Fusion. Did you used to play with them?
Yeah, Vinyl Fusion. Yeah, with Clarence Riley.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the hip hop saxophonist.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
That's
what
Clarence
it?
Riley.
Yes. Okay. So I saw something with it because I always watch him, but then one day I saw something and saw you in it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta ask him. So how long did you play with them? That was before you went
Uh,
solo.
I'd say about a couple years because actually it's funny. When I graduated college, I didn't have a fan base or nothing like that. Nobody knew
Yeah.
who I was
Yeah.
because I just wasn't out there like that. So when I graduated college, I started working at a violin shop, and out of the blue, Clarence Riley hit me up on Facebook. I guess I was kind of posting videos online and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and I guess he saw me. He was like, "Hey man, man, your music's so dope. Like, hey, I got this little gig at this movie theater. It was iPick. iPick is like a
Mm-hmm.
really fancy.
Just heard about that last week.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Have you ever been?
Never. I just heard about
You
this
gotta go.
recently. I
You gotta
am.
go. The food is good, and they have this restaurant inside the theater called the Tuck Room. And so he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, man, we play it here every Friday. And it's me and I have like a live band, and what we do is we fuse live music with DJ music. Like, so we'll play to like tracks, you know. And I was like, yeah, sure, I give it a shot. And I went in and played, and I had a good time. So
Yeah.
it became a every Friday kind of thing, and then we started doing other events, private events like weddings and other
Mm-hmm.
restaurants. So I've been with them for about a couple of years, and then I
Okay.
just kind of started doing my own thing,
Okay.
and just yeah. But it was
Awesome.
definitely yeah. He's man, he's a hard worker, and he's doing his thing right now. So
And what's
yeah,
funny is that he and my mom some kind of had a conversation, and when she mentioned him, I said, I know who you're talking about because we were talking about the cruise. We were thinking about the cruise. I said,
yeah,
oh my God, that would be so awesome. Then I saw y'all knew each other, like played
yeah,
together. I was like, let me ask
yeah.
Dominique on this show that he brought this final view. So that was actually his brainchild.
That's his. Yeah, that was his group. Yeah.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
started that. That was all him. And man, it's a great concept. It's a great concept. No,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else has thought of it. Not in Texas, at least,
Yeah.
what I've known. But I mean, I had a great time being a part of the band,
Wow.
and every now and then we'll play an event. Every now and
Okay.
then. Yeah,
You're not
he's killing it. He's
so the
killing it.
musicians that you usually have as a part of your band when you're playing, they are top notch. Like the last
Oh
show
yeah,
you did at Sugars, man,
yeah,
the guy that was playing, I've never seen him with you before. He played the bass. He was like right by you.
yeah. Cedric
Taller.
Patterson. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, he was
He's a
really
beast.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a beast
yeah.
on the bass. Yeah, I play with them guys for every show I have. I use the same guys, and
They're
they
awesome.
always come through. They always come through for
Yeah.
me, and it's
Your
always
not the piano. What does this guy? He played the bass, the one in the back. Is that a bass or a
Don
guitar?
the guitar.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
must be the
Don.
guitar. Okay, yeah, I like him
Yeah.
too. But they
Oh
all
yeah,
have this. They just do a great job at
yeah.
y'all blended together. That was a really good show, I must say. And
Thank
the cool thing about it is, since we don't get to see too many shows because of COVID, they
you. Yeah.
just be like amazing and y'all give it all. So thank y'all for that. With the vaccine, on that note, with the vaccine being available to everybody that wants it, live music seems like it's about to come back. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I'm hoping these festivals about to come up, make the comeback. So, and I see on your website you got several events coming up. So that's
Yeah,
exciting. I'm sure that's a difference from last year when they were being canceled. Now they're being added.
yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh man, I've been ready. I'm so ready to really honestly, a lot of I've been blessed because even though the pandemic has really canceled a lot of my events and pushed them back, I've still been traveling. I've still been doing a lot of events. And now that kind of COVID is kind of
Mm-hmm. We
trying
getting
to go away.
better.
I should say.
Yeah.
It's been pretty busy for me. Every weekend I'm like in a different city, and I think I'm almost booked up until 2022 every weekend.
Wow.
So
Okay,
it's
that's
cool.
cool.
It's cool to see how people still like support live music, and
Yeah. And I
it's
know
cool
they're
to see.
hungry for it. I know they
Oh
are.
yeah, yeah, most definitely,
Yeah.
most
So,
definitely. You see
um,
jazz festivals kind of popping up every,
mhm,
slowly popping back up.
so I saw something, and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but I'm gonna ask. So you have you said yes, I'm expensive. What was that? People need to know. Let me say this first so you can know where I'm going with that. So everybody needs to know that musicians they have a craft. This is their business. So yes, we definitely want to pay you. And now you're at the point to where you paid your dues. So it's
Mhm.
time for you to make some good money.
It wasn't really directly to club owners. It was mostly directly to just people in general.
Okay.
Coming up from just college and just learning the craft itself, man, there was so much money. I mean, my grandmother she probably have $1 million if I wasn't playing the violin right now. I mean, I'm serious. And then the money I had to put in, and in college, of course, I have student loans. I mean,
Joe didn't take them yet.
it's not easy. And then on top of that, just the equipment. I mean, playing the violin is so expensive. The equipment that I have to get I have to pay my band. I have to. It's a lot of things that people don't really think about, and so you kind of have to remind them, hey, like I'm still a business. I mean, even though I'm a musician,
right?
It's still
this
a
is
business.
how I make my living.
This is how I make my living, and it hurts me to see a lot of musicians that I know, they can be making so much more. But a lot of them don't know. A lot of them don't know that they could be making so much more, and it's an art, it's what we love. I'm blessed enough to do it full time, but a lot of musicians, they don't do it full time. But I never wanted to have, 3 different jobs. I wanted to make music my main priority.
Yeah.
And I love what I do, and I love traveling, and I love meeting new people.
Yeah.
But of course, you're gonna have people that always try to undercut you, and I tell a lot of people, look, you need to know your worth. You put a lot of. I mean, I put 21 years into the violin. I'm 27, and I put 21 years into the violin, and I put a lot of hard work, tears. I mean, I've gone through it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then somebody stole your stuff.
Yeah. Oh man. So I mean, they stole everything. I mean, I'd say they stole at least over $10,000 worth of stuff.
That's crazy.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
And with a blink of an eye. I mean, I went into a restaurant and came back out, and that was my fault because I shouldn't have my stuff in the car. But I wouldn't think it was after an event, and I wanted to grab some food. And I was in there for like 20 minutes, and I was like, all right,
that is crazy.
Came out. I mean, they took everything. Just
well, I understand where you're going with that. I believe it or not, we have the same on the club owners and club men. I'm on both sides of it. So, but I would have to explain to people when they say, well, why are they charged to go in the clubs? I'm like, the lights, the gas, the people that have to be paid to do these things. We have to clean, all those things. And I feel the same way about musicians. You guys have to make a living. You have to pay your band. So, so I get it, but I just wanted you to be able to say that as well. Because sometimes, I don't deal with a lot of managers. I really don't. But I know you have a manager, and sometimes it's I think people need to hear it sometimes from the artist that about their money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I want you to have that opportunity.
And I just want people to understand, like, I'm not trying to sound big-headed or anything like that, because I'm not that. That's not me. I mean, I've done so many things for free. You know what I mean? but it's just sometimes it's just kind of you kind of have to take care of yourself, you know what I mean, and not let
But if you don't, who will?
Yeah, and when you see people, there are people who will pay you a fee, you know, and when you see that, it makes you wonder, like, okay, you know, people do respect my talent and respect the fee, and so it is what it is, and so what I like to reference is, you know, you wouldn't go to like Walmart or anything like that, see a thing and be like, nah, I want this for this amount of money. Nah, you're gonna pay what it says. You know what I mean? It's just those kind of things, like, and it comes and it goes else. When I make that post, I mean, the amount of messages from just different entrepreneurs that I've gotten, they're like, man, they just like, bro, thank you so much for like even putting that out there, because you know, it's just like people just don't understand. I had chefs hit me up like, because people try to, you know, designers that, you know, people try to lowball them and then you know, it's
trust me what I know. Even what I do, I don't not chat with Trina, but the other things I do, the promotions and everything. If I would say give me $5, it wouldn't be worth it. Or I advertise people on Facebook and I say, oh, you know what, I would love to be your social media manager. Then they say, oh no, that's okay.
Yeah.
So I get it, but I wanted you to say it from the artist, from you, to say what you meant that day, because I kind of knew where you was going to a certain extent. But again, sometimes it's good for them to hear from the artist.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to anybody or anything that. I want people to know that, but and, you know, I love everybody, but at the same time, you gotta have to set a line. You know, you're like, hey, you know, I love that y'all love me, and I love y'all, and you know, I love what I do, give y'all music, but sometimes you know, you have those people that just be like, nah, like, nah, you know, and I respect that. You know, I respect that if I'm, you know,
I just move on.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. So yeah.
On that note, I would just to add a little side note to that. I don't mind paying price or anything, but I always just feel like, and I'm just going to say this, that make sure that it makes sense. You know, that's the only thing I ask, that I don't mind paying, but make sure that price matches, makes sense. That's the only thing that I ask.
It can go. Yeah, you're right. It can go both ways. You know, if you, I believe that if you're paying for something, that you should have top quality. It should be top quality. You know, and it goes both ways.
So, what do you like most about performing live?
Just the audience, just being in front of people, just seeing the emotions. You know, because it's one thing being behind a phone and playing covers and stuff. It's another thing when you're actually live on stage, and it's just the energy, the atmosphere. People, just seeing people like actually walk into the door just for you. You know what I mean? It's cool to see people paying tickets just to come see you. And it kind of just, when I'm on stage, I turn into a different person. So
you do, because you're so mild mannered, but then you be up like, who is that person? So how do you feel about requests when you're performing?
It depends on what kind of, like, so if it's like a live, like at Triggers, like if it's like a show like that, I don't mind requests. It's just that, like, when it comes to those type of shows, we already have our set list. Like, it's already set.
True.
People gotta realize, like, we already like rehearsed everything.
Yeah.
So for us to play something, if we know it, we'll play it. But if we don't, you know.
But like if it's one of your songs, is that one that's more easier to do?
If the band knows my song, because I have to give the band the music early before the show so they can learn the songs. But if it's like if I'm playing like at a restaurant or something like that, and I'm playing like off my iPad tracks, I'll play
okay.
You know, I've been kind of traveling here and there and doing private events, but I've been creating I've been doing a lot of different cover videos and just putting out more content. Also planning on, you know, my next move, like, because I want to do more than just music. I want to have my own like cologne now, and I want.
You mentioned that before, like your clothing line or something. Yeah.
I want to actually work in movies, so I want to do a whole different variety of things. But the main thing is I am working on another album that's going to be called Diary of a Black Violinist, and this is going to be my second. It's going to be my second album.
Okay.
And it's gonna be more of just who I am, letting people know who I am, where my mind is, where I came from, how I came to be, and stuff like that. So I'll be talking in the album as well.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna be cool.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Did you have any epiphanies or aha moments during this time of downtime? A lot of people, me, I've done some I'm doing into this self-care and self-love kind of thing is what I'm working on. Did you have anything that you found out about
Yeah.
yourself or?
Yeah, I would say just about the same. Just like just kind of just figuring out who I am and what I want. Definitely learned being in this pandemic definitely teaches you how to save money. Because you don't know what's gonna happen next, and I
You
still
don't know
to this
what's gonna
day.
happen.
And being a musician is even scarier because it's like this is being a full-time musician is scarier. So it just taught me how to be more responsible and I did a lot of growing up during this downtime. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm grown, but I had some growing up to do. And
oh, you never
yeah,
you never stop. No matter how old you are, you never stop growing
never
up.
stop
You learn
learning.
something new
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
Every day. So
What would you advise a recent college grad? Because I usually just say someone that's asked you, but a college grad to come out of college like you did, decide, hey, this is what I want to do, go into this business. What advice would you give them?
is it particularly like the music industry, or just in
Music
general?
industry, music industry.
Invest. That goes back to where we was talking about earlier about
Mm-hmm.
I put at least just advertising. I
Yeah.
put at least $2,000 a month in advertising,
Wow. Yeah.
and that's just advertising. And when it comes to making an album, that's not cheap. Because you have to pay for literally you have to pay for the actual track itself. Because I don't make my own beats. I have producers.
Okay.
Of course, you have to pay for the producers. You have to pay for the mixing, master. You have to pay for everything. So,
Oh, wow.
oh yeah. So
Okay.
it's a lot of money behind the
A lot of
scenes.
us don't even think about that side of it, though, to be honest. Oh, he just put out
Nah.
a CD.
Oh no, it's not
It
easy.
happens
It's not easy.
magically.
That's why it takes a lot of artists so long to. I mean, I wouldn't say all artists takes a long time to put a CD out, but it takes a while to do it because it's just so much that you have to do, and you want to make sure it's good quality music, and you want to make sure it's your best work of art. So, but I would tell them to invest in yourself, invest. That's like the most important thing because that's what I did, and I took that leap. I quit my jobs and became a full-time musician, and I just started pouring all the money I make. I pour it right back into my music, and I just allow it to help me grow. And invest and believe in yourself. Don't tell anybody. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do. You can't do. What you want, what you love. And I've had plenty of people tell me that, and it just kind of motivated me. So just stay uplifted and invest in yourself.
Now, what is your favorite genre of music to play?
I love the oldies. Yeah, I love the oldies. And I was raised by my grandparents, so I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah.
And my uncle also, he listened to a lot of that music. So a lot of that music I've kind of grew up on. Stevie Wonder, Al Green, Temptation, all
yeah. And you do a good maze. You do a good maze, and that's my band. I missed my friend's 50th birthday party because Maze came in concert. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know when it's gonna be Maze last time coming on IT.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I would have loved to going to see that.
Yes, they're good.
And then I noticed. I think you went to see Zapp and Roger too, right?
I did see Zapp, and you know who else I love? Oh gosh, what do they call it? Confunction? They have a guitarist who had Confunction sings like Roller Coaster. I can't sing.
Okay, is that like?
Is
it like they do funk?
Yes, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that band. I have to check them out.
If you listen to their music, you'll say, "Oh, I know who they are," because they have a lot of songs out. And but they're old school, like with Maze and all them people. But they have so much energy to be, and that's the interesting thing to be about music. When I go to these concerts with older bands that are starting to play again, it's like they haven't lost it. Like it's like it's timeless. Like the music sounds the same. It sounds good. It never gets old. And it's like people are partying like this is new music. You know what I mean?
And that just shows you how good the music was back then. And I mean, like there's gonna be that like Before I Let Go. I mean, that's gonna be. I don't know. That song is gonna be forever. Generations and generations and generations.
And I
So
actually, when when Beyonce did her remake, it was a little bit of flack, and I would tell people, that's an honor to Frankie Beverly. It was
yeah,
an honor to him for her to. Now she's bringing that song to this new generation who loves some Beyonce. Now they know about his music. But speaking of genres, tell me if you can or not. I asked you about a song by one of my favorite bands.
oh yeah,
Did you
yeah.
get a little practice in?
Yes, yeah, J. Paul. So the song I chose was Uno. I just looked,
Yes. So
yeah.
let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. So y'all, I challenged Dominique this God, about almost 2 years ago, but I forgot. I forgot and I did it.
Yeah,
And so a couple of months, maybe a month or so ago, I sent him some songs that can you try to learn any of these?
yeah. So actually,
J
he
Pop,
doesn't
I'm sorry,
have
go
like
ahead.
instrumentals to the songs,
Right,
but I have the song with the words in it, so I can, like I said, I can play by ear, but
right, right.
I play a little bit of this song
Okay,
Uno. So
okay.
here we go. Let me make sure. Ah, Uno.
Yay! So he
Yeah,
did my challenge.
I don't do
Huh?
too much. I don't do too much Zydeco, but I was
But
thinking
not only
about
that,
actually tapping
I
into
didn't
it.
think you choose that one because it was so fast. You did it.
Oh
Have
yeah.
anything moved up on your bucket list since COVID? Like something, and
Um,
this is personal, like not music, like something that you want to do or somewhere you want to visit, travel, anything like that.
I want to star in the movie. Well, not star, but I want to be in
Uh-huh.
the movie.
You want to
I
actually
want to tap
act or
into
you
some
want your music?
acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something you
Oh
really want to get into. That's cool. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, shoot, you got folks looking at you. You're Halle Berry. Maybe you never know. You know.
You never know. I mean, Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, they all started off as musicians, and now they're like the biggest
Yeah,
stars in Hollywood.
yeah. And that's
Never know.
always so interesting to me how that happens too. And I mean, and they're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Um.
And it's funny because I actually took an acting class in college.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
What else do you have coming up, Dominique? I saw your schedule's full, but what's soon? Anything in Houston? Because I saw a lot of stuff was out of town.
Yeah, it's a lot of private events so far. But
I saw something in Houston, but again, it must have been private because it didn't have a name of anything.
it was supposed to be something in Galveston this actually Saturday, but it unfortunately got canceled.
Okay.
But show wise, nothing so far. I might be back at Sugars next month, maybe. We'll see. But so far, my schedule is just booked up with private events.
Gotcha. Which is really good. That's where the money is a lot of times. I know my DJs, when I've had DJs that when I had one of the clubs, it's like, I'm gonna come work for you, but just gotta let you know my money is DJ Ron gets a lot of private events, and he used to DJ at a club for me, and he was like, when the private event comes, I gotta go where the money is. So I would always respect that.
Before COVID, I had a lot of like shows lined up. I had in different cities, but all the venues shut down, and it's slowly getting back up. And I was actually going to be in a few festivals, but of course, those festivals stopped. So
they will be coming back. We ready. So, but you are open since you have those weekend events. You'll be and I know I'll say that down here. We have to call what is your manager's name again?
Jonathan.
We have to call him, but you're available during weekdays sometimes too, right? Though, since you are booked a lot on the weekends. Okay, you're open to that. Can you tell us where do we get your music from?
So you can stream my music it's available on all streaming platforms. Like I have my album Flavors on there, and also I have a couple of singles. One is Without the Renee, it's called, and it's actually produced by William Green out of Atlanta. It's called My Beautiful Dream. So check that out. That's actually a smooth jazz track. Then I also released another single, which is actually going to be on my next album, and it's called Rise. And that's also available on all streaming platforms. Also, the music is available the music video is available on YouTube.
Okay.
So I have music on all streaming platforms, and also
you have 23.8 thousand subscribers now.
Oh, YouTube, yeah.
Wow, YouTube, on your YouTube. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to make sure I remember to say that because I'm jealous. But okay, go ahead. And also on your website, which is y'all www.dominiquehammons.com. And then he has YouTube, Facebook,
Instagram. So I have a lot of cover videos on all the platforms on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
And now you're on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok now. I actually grew up to. I in a matter of 3 months, I'm at 53,000 now.
Wow, that is so awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, guys, Dominique played along with the city, and then I DJ Ron on our first Party at the Sea cruise. We are working on planning it. I gotta hurry up and get my date in since you already booked all the way up to 2022. It's gonna be summer 2022, so we're getting the dates. The reason why we hadn't gave the call Carnival to really set it because people have to pay, like start paying right then. So I want to give them people time to get it together. But anyway, so summer 22, y'all gonna be Party on the Sea, and we had a concert April 25th last year that we had to cancel. That was one of the first things that got canceled. So that's being rescheduled as well for late summer, early fall. Dominique, I do want to thank you again for agreeing to do this again with me. I hope that when you have something else big, you have a new album, you let me talk to you. It don't have to be but 15 minutes, but just have to come on Chat with Trina just to say something. So,
of course.
But thanks for continuously keeping us happy with the gift of music through this pandemic. That beginning of the pandemic, you helped a lot of us get through it because I know with mental health and all that stuff, we were depressed. You coming on at night in those evenings, you saved a lot of us. And so I do want to say that we remembered that. We thank you for that. And I hope y'all that was listening to him for free online. Okay. It's time for him to start getting paid when this pandemic over. You wear your little mask, whatever, but go out there and support him. If you hire him, pay him because he gave us a lot of free stuff this summer. So and Dominique, closed mouths don't get fed. Yeah. But anyway, the thank you for that, and thank you for the support that you give me. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. I thank you for letting me be on your team per se.
Thank you for
I really appreciate it
as well.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
everything you do. And thanks for believing in me, Trina, because you were one of the ones that, believed in my art and and you gave me a shot. You got me on the cruise, and so you didn't have to
Yeah.
do that. So thank you for that.
Forever.
Yeah.
Tell your family, everybody I said hi, especially your grandmother.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Guys, thank y'all for joining me and Dominique tonight. And remember to go to youtube.com/chat with Trina. Y'all know I'm trying to get, Dominique got 23,000 people. I have two something. I need 500 people. That's all I want. That's all my goal is. So by January. So y'all go to youtube.com. And what's amazing, I was looking at my analytics. Most of my people are men.
Oh, really?
I need y'all. Women, it is Women's History Month. Come on now. YouTube.com/chat with Trina. Hit subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Bye, Dominique, and thank you so much. Thank you for playing J. Paul for me. Yay.
No, yeah, thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you again, Dominique, for coming on and chatting with Trina again. I really appreciate you and all the support that you give me on my endeavors. Guys, y'all make sure y'all support Dominique. Go to www.dominiquehammons.com. He is also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those social media platforms you can find him on. Buy his album. Go out and support his shows. We want to make sure that this young, talented person stays going upwards and meets all of the goals that he has set for himself. Guys, I have a goal too. I need 500 subscribers. I need 500 subscribers by January. So please go to youtube.com/chat with Trina, subscribe, and then hit that little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video.